All right, we'll get to some news stories here on Sierra Wave TV3. First, I want to show you this. This is some drone footage. It's a drone. This was the 4th of July at the Town of Mammoth Lake's 4th of July parade, obviously before the 4th of July parade starting. Yeah, Greesh, Al Borland, Greg Brett Sr. had his drone out there getting some video of, well, the crowd forming for the Town of Mammoth Lake's 4th of July parade. We'll have the first segment coming up here later in the broadcast. Well, kind of big news. The Los Angeles Department of Water and Power on Monday announced its decision to cancel plans to drill 2 new wells located in the West Bishop area. The decision was made by LADWP leadership because the press release states Inyo County did not intend to follow the new well procedures and impact assessment process outlined in the Inyo Los Angeles Long-Term Water Agreement, the governing document for many LADWP operations within the county. Now said LADWP Senior Assistant General Manager of Water Management Richard Harrisick, we believe the new well procedure process has gone afield of what is outlined within the long-term water agreement. Because of this, we have decided to cancel drilling plans for the time being and reassess with the technical group on future project development. Now, that press release from the LADWP states that according to the long-term water agreement's outlined procedures, new wells are first drilled, then tested, and their data analyzed. That data then informs the well's monitoring plan. In the case of these 2 proposed wells, Inyo County was asking LADWP to create a monitoring plan in absence of drilling and collecting data that would have resulted from testing that drilled site. Now, we believe it is important for both LADWP and Inyo County to operate in accordance with procedures outlined in the long-term water agreement, Richard Harrisick said. Violating our governing document is not an option. Now, the press release notes that LADWP had originally proposed construction of the 2 new wells, B2 and B5, on the Bishop Cone in the late 1980s. Both wells, B2 and B5, are included in the 15 new wells evaluated and authorized under the 1991 Environmental Impact Report for that area. Now, during the pre-construction evaluation process, which is required by the long-term water agreement and was completed by the technical group, a group of LADWP and Inyo County Water Department leaders who meet regularly to discuss water operations in Inyo County, some community members allege that further environmental analysis of the proposed wells is required because the installation of B2 and B5 would cause a significant impact to domestic wells in the Bishop Cone area. Now, although the pre-construction evaluation performed by LADWP and accepted by Inyo County's technical experts comprehensively demonstrated that B2 and B5 will not have any impacts to local domestic wells, the press release from LADWP states the project provided additional monitoring wells near the site. Inyo County wished to pursue further environmental study on the area and declined to issue an environmental health permit to LADWP for well construction in contradiction of the county ordinance. LADWP, the press release states, will reassess with the technical group on the development of any future projects relating to the wells moving forward. Well, Deb Murphy filed this report for Sierra Wave Media, noting with a poor jury pool turnout, a second mistrial on the assault charges against Raymond Bencoma was called Thursday afternoon. Inyo County District Attorney's Office will move for a change of venue that was scheduled for tomorrow, Thursday, July 6th. Now, after 3.5 days of jury selection last week, the court ran out of jurors. Those seated were dismissed at 2 p.m. Thursday. The prosecution and defense had a potential jury pool of roughly 200 in the first trial. This go around from a potential pool of 240 jurors. Fewer than 100 showed up for jury duty. The first trial resulted in a conviction of charges on possession of firearms and ammunition by a felon, but that jury couldn't agree on the 4 assault with a fire on law enforcement officer charges. The incident stemmed from an incident in late August of last year. 4 officers approached Bencoma's home early in the morning. The defense argued that under the circumstances, Bencoma did not know he was pointing a gun at the officers. An officer opened fire, shooting the defendant. Well, coming up, a great fundraiser for the proposed National Wounded Warrior Center in Mammoth Lakes. It's the Eastern Sierra Music Festival. This is July 21st and 22nd at the Tri-County Fairgrounds in Bishop. Sierra Wave Media spoke with the festival's Mike Patterson and Lisa Bennett.
We've got a great year in store for everybody. We got Blues Traveler coming to town. They're just going to be amazing. If you don't recall Blues Traveler, they're pretty big in the 90s. We got Lone Star coming to town. They've visited us before, but they've got their original singer back on, and that's going to be really exciting to see Lone Star back intact. And we got Smithfield coming. They're a new up-and-coming country act, and Steve Moakler. Steve Moakler's just rising up on the charts, on the country side of the charts, and it's really exciting. We're really fortunate to have such great entertainment this year, and we look forward to just bringing Bishop a couple nights that they won't never forget. Make sure you go out and get your tickets. Tickets are available at esmusicfest.org. That's esmusicfest.org. And our chosen charity is the National Wounded Warrior Center in Mammoth Lakes, California. For those of you that don't know, it's a project that's local, that's close to all of our hearts, the veterans. And it's going to be a pretty amazing center. It's a live-in site for the injured veteran and their family to be able to come and get all the type of therapies they might need. So we have the Patriot Club, which is pretty exciting. We've moved the seating up from the Patriot Club. It was on the floor. We've moved it up into the grandstand area, so it'll be in an area that you choose. We're going to have the Home Ec building converted over into the Liberty Lounge again. And the front end of the Liberty Lounge will have special acts. Tony Sirachi is going to play there. And also Rebel Heart will be playing in there.
Rebel Heart's become a locally loved and followed band. They have quite a following on Facebook. They started with us last year. They performed in the Patriot Club, if anyone was able to see them in there. They're going to perform again in the Patriot Club this year on Friday. And then they'll also entertain us on Friday night in the Stars and Stripes Saloon after hours party. Tony Sirachi has been around. You've seen him at Concert in the Rocks. He played our November Harvest Hoedown fundraiser. Everybody loved him. He'll be back, and he'll be closing us down Saturday night.
And the Patriot Club comes with an open bar from 2 o'clock to 7 o'clock and high-end hors d'oeuvres. So it's a great deal. You get to park in the A-lot, as it's known at the fairgrounds, which is the grassy area just to the west of the Home Ec building. So you have exclusive parking. It's great tickets, great fun. That's the way I'd go if I were going as a patron, but you can choose from any one of our ticket packages, and everybody gets a good seat here in Bishop. The dates are July 21st and 22nd, so make sure you get your tickets now at www.esmusicfest.org and get them soon because they're going fast. We're seeing a real spike in ticket sales, so make sure you get out there, get your tickets, and come see these great music events that are going to happen right here in Bishop. You don't have to travel anywhere. You can even make a staycation out of it if you want to camp. It's going to be pretty great.
All right, thanks for that. Looking forward to the Eastern Sierra Music Festival. We'll be back with more news.